Welcome back to the battles between CC Goku versus Knull. Both characters represent the absolute pinnacle of completely opposing concepts. Goku is the embodiment of mortal will, striving toward divine heights, the apex of martial arts and ceaseless evolution. Whereas Knull is the embodiment of primordial stillness, the eternal darkness that existed before light and creation were even born. A battle between CC Goku and Knull is not a street brawl, but a war between the light of creation and ascendant will against the darkness of primordial void and absolute destruction. Without further ado, let's begin. First up is CC Goku. We must first look back at Son Goku's grand evolutionary journey. From a low-class Saiyan sent to Earth to eradicate humanity, Goku has continuously shattered every limit of his being through countless life-or-death battles. However, the pinnacle of his evolution came not from enhancing his muscles or transforming into a blazing golden-haired super warrior, but from touching the realm of the gods. Ultra Instinct. In its basic state, Ultra Instinct requires the user to completely discard emotion and thought, allowing the body to automatically react independently of consciousness, much like how the angels operate. Yet, Goku is immortal, and his very nature is that of a Saiyan warrior, burning with an insatiable thirst for battle, constantly seeking joy and self-improvement. The conflict between the mind as still as a placid autumn lake of Ultra Instinct and the raging flames of battle of a Saiyan was once the greatest barrier preventing him from perfecting this technique. The CC, Cosmic Consciousness, state marks the moment Goku no longer tries to force himself to become an emotionless angel. Instead, he achieves the ultimate enlightenment. He merges cosmic consciousness, the absolute stillness of the divine, with the indomitable will, emotion, and combat instinct of a mortal. In this state, Goku doesn't just react automatically. He perceives everything in the cosmos on a micro and macro level, yet his mind retains absolute serenity to make perfect tactical decisions. His body moves not merely to evade, but to deliver destructive counterattacks, exploiting every minuscule opening in his opponent's guard. In terms of physical and energy-based power, CC Goku possesses a force capable of reshaping the very fabric of the multiverse. His divine ki in this state no longer leaks out, as in previous transformations, but is perfectly compressed and controlled, creating a terrifying energy density that bends the space-time around him. CC Goku's offensive power is ranked at the Multiverse Plus level. In his battle with Moro, Goku's mere release of divine ki in the Ultra Instinct state sent tremors rippling throughout the entire world of Void, a dimension described as infinite, without beginning or end. Shaking an infinite space through passive energy release is a clear demonstration that his power has transcended all concepts of physics. CC Goku's combat ability is the perfect fusion of pinnacle martial arts and divinity. He doesn't need to think to throw a strike, his body automatically calculates the trajectory, force, and most perfect moment to deliver a fatal blow. His speed vastly surpasses the speed of light, reaching the level of instantaneous movement in combat. He can move so fast that time seems to stop for him, allowing him to dodge attacks capable of erasing reality across dimensions. Furthermore, CC Goku possesses a treasure trove of extremely dangerous special techniques. The instant transmission technique allows him to lock onto an opponent's energy signature and move anywhere in the universe, or even across to other universes in a fraction of a second. More importantly, at this level of power, Goku has demonstrated the ability to use the Hakai technique of the gods of destruction. Hakai doesn't simply destroy matter, it erases the target from existence, turning them into nothingness and preventing any possibility of recovery or reincarnation. This is a conceptual attack, targeting the opponent's very existence. Defensively, Goku's body in the CC state is enveloped in an extremely dense layer of divine ki, acting as an automatic armor. Any physical or energy-based attack that touches him is automatically dodged, or if evasion is impossible, this armor absorbs and disperses the force of the attack. His endurance allows him to withstand blows that could pulverize stars, and the Saiyan recovery factor combined with divine ki lets him rapidly adapt and recuperate mid-battle. However, CC Goku is not without weaknesses. His greatest weakness still lies in the biological limits of a mortal body. Despite his tremendous evolution, maintaining the cosmic consciousness state consumes a colossal amount of life force. If the battle drags on too long and he cannot finish his opponent quickly, his body will run out of energy and be forced back to its normal state. Additionally, Although he possesses Hakai, using this technique requires intense concentration, and he cannot always deploy it freely in the frantic pace of combat. Finally, Goku is bound by the cosmological system of Dragon Ball, where abstract concepts and reality are not as complex or deeply layered as in Marvel Comics. Now, let's move on to Knull, the King in Black. Knull, also known by the title The King in Black, is neither an ordinary creature nor a god in the traditional sense. He is a primordial abstract entity, existing in the formless void known as the Void before the Marvel multiverse was even created. When the Celestials began forging light and life, Knull flew into a rage. He despised light, loathed creation, and swore to plunge everything back into primordial darkness. Knull's power cannot be measured by ordinary physical metrics because he is not bound by the laws of physics. He is the very concept of darkness and nothingness. The first and most terrifying weapon Knull ever created was All Black, the Necro Sword. To forge this weapon, Knull used his own dark essence, combined with his hatred, to decapitate a Celestial. This sword is not merely a cutting tool, it is a living entity, carrying the power of conceptual destruction, capable of slicing through reality itself, slaying immortal beings, and transforming any creature who wields it into a god of death. This sword later became the source of power for Gore the God Butcher. Knull's abilities include absolute manipulation over the living abyss, a form of primordial darkness that can devour light, matter, and even energy. He can shape darkness into weapons, colossal tendrils, or spawn dark entities to fight for him. Knull possesses the ability to manipulate reality on a multiversal scale. He can bend space-time, create pocket dimensions, and alter the laws of physics within his sphere of influence. Knull's most fearsome power lies in his ability to control and create the symbiotes. He is the father of the entire symbiote race, including Venom and Carnage. Through the hive mind, Knull can command billions upon billions of symbiotes across the multiverse. He can summon them to form colossal symbiote dragons the size of planets, or even larger, capable of devouring entire stars and realities. Knull also possesses regeneration and immortality on a conceptual level. As long as darkness exists in the universe, Knull cannot be completely destroyed. He can regenerate his body from the smallest drop of darkness, and can even possess the bodies of other beings to serve as hosts. When inhabiting a physical body, usually through symbiote manipulation or host possession, Knull possesses infinite strength and endurance. He has dueled and torn apart Celestials, beings whose power is sufficient to create or annihilate galaxies with a mere thought. The symbiote armor encasing him can absorb and adapt to nearly every form of attack, be it physical, energy-based, or magical. However, Knull is not without weaknesses, and these vulnerabilities are very clearly conceptual in nature. Knull's fatal weakness is the light of creation, and forms of high-temperature energy possessing a creative nature, such as solar energy, the energy of the Enigma Force, or the power of the Phoenix Force. Because Knull is the embodiment of primordial darkness, he is extremely allergic to and severely weakened by pure light and the energy of life. Furthermore, his arrogance and blind hatred sometimes cause Knull to lose his composure, leading to catastrophic misjudgment. He is also bound by his own curse. He cannot be destroyed by the very weapons he creates, and he is always drawn to hosts with strong wills, such as Eddie Brock, which has occasionally become his Achilles heel. And so we have a symbolic confrontation between two extremes of existence. On one side, CC Goku, the pinnacle of mortal martial arts reaching toward divinity, representing light, will, and evolution. On the other, Knull, the primordial entity of darkness, representing nothingness, stillness, and destruction. To determine the victor, we must deeply analyze the interaction between their power systems, their conceptual natures, and the cosmology of both universes. If we consider purely hand-to-hand combat skills, reaction speed, and martial arts, CC Goku vastly surpasses Knull. Goku is a martial arts master with thousands of years of combat experience, accounting for time spent in the hyperbolic time chambers and real time, and in the cosmic consciousness state, his body reacts on a conceptual level, dodging every attack before it even forms. Knull, though possessing terrifying physical strength when controlling symbiotes, primarily relies on overwhelming energy, darkness, and immortality rather than being a martial artist. In an unarmed fight, Goku could easily overwhelm and shatter Knull's physical body thousands of times in a single second. However, in battles at the multiversal scale, physical power is merely the tip of the iceberg. The deciding factor lies in hacks, special abilities, and conceptual nature. Knull is a primordial abstract entity. He doesn't just control darkness, he times darkness. Defeating Knull is not like killing an ordinary creature. You must erase the very concept of primordial darkness from existence. This is where we must examine CC Goku's arsenal of power. Goku possesses God Ki and the Hakai technique. God Ki is not ordinary physical energy. It is the energy of the gods, carrying within it the essence of creation and destruction on a conceptual level. In the Marvel universe, Knull is extremely vulnerable to the light of creation and forms of pure divine energy. Goku's God Ki, especially in the CC state when it is compressed and radiates a brilliant aura, possesses properties similar to the light of creation. When Goku unleashes attacks imbued with God Ki, it doesn't just deal physical damage, it also purifies and burns away the darkness. Knull has been defeated and driven back by the combination of Venom wielding the Enigma Force, a form of creative energy, and the power of gods. Goku's God Ki, at the Multiverse Plus level, is fully capable of inflicting genuine conceptual damage on Knull, incinerating his dark tendrils and preventing him from regenerating. Furthermore, Goku's Hakai technique is an attack that erases existence itself. If Goku can touch Knull or envelop him in a wave of Hakai, it has the potential to erase Knull's concept from reality. However, the problem lies in the fact that Knull is a primordial abstract entity within Marvel, existing before the multiverse itself. Erasing an entity of this level demands power on par with the one above all, or other supreme being. Goku, however powerful, is still a being belonging to the Dragon Ball multiverse, and his power is bounded by that framework. Therefore, Hakai might be able to destroy Knull's physical body and a large portion of his consciousness, but it may not completely erase his concept of the void. But this is where the very nature of CC Goku comes into play. The cosmic consciousness state is not just about power, it is enlightenment. In this state, Goku's will becomes one with the universe. Knull often attempts to assault the minds and souls of his opponents, using darkness to sow despair and fear. But Ultra Instinct demands a completely tranquil and fearless mind. Knull would be unable to find any psychological opening in CC Goku's mind. Goku's serenity would completely neutralize the mental attacks and the corrupting influence of the darkness. Knull cannot frighten Goku, nor can he corrupt a mind that has reached the state of infinity. Marvel's cosmology has a system of abstract hierarchy far more complex than Dragon Ball's. Knull, as an entity existing before the multiverse, possesses a higher order of power compared to most beings in Dragon Ball. However, CC Goku is no ordinary entity. In the CC state, he has touched the threshold of the angels and gods of destruction, beings capable of erasing entire universes with a mere thought. The interplay between Goku's power and Knull's would resemble the battle between Gore, the God Butcher wielding all black, and the Celestials, but on a vastly higher scale. Knull is darkness, and he is completely countered by light and extreme high-temperature energy of a creative nature. CC Goku at his peak radiates a brilliant, scorching, and pure divine ki. When Goku unleashes his full power, his energy acts like a divine supernova, burning and dispersing the dark. Knull would be severely weakened when facing this energy. He cannot absorb Goku's God Ki because its essence is creation and destruction, the complete opposite of his nothingness. Additionally, Goku holds a massive psychological and tactical advantage. Knull is often arrogant and contemptuous of beings he deems inferior. He would try to swallow Goku into his abyss, but Ultra Instinct allows Goku to move and attack freely even when completely surrounded. Goku can use instant transmission to escape Knull's spatial attacks, and then deliver a strike concentrating all his God Ki into a single point, similar to the final blows he used to finish Moro or Gas. His God Ki, combined with the absolute tranquility of Ultra Instinct, is the perfect counter to primordial darkness. Knull cannot corrupt Goku's mind, cannot absorb his energy, and will be burned by the divine radiance he emits. Therefore, in my opinion, CC Goku will be the last one standing. With a Hakai or a punch channeling all his brilliant God Ki, Goku will tear through the night, incinerate the living abyss, and prove that even the primordial darkness of the universe can be defeated. What do you all think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you all very much.